Hello everyone, today I'm going to do an unboxing video of my latest purchase from this brand called Qiaodan. The model name is called Feiying PB version 2.0. I bought this during their official release on the 22nd February at the special timing of 14:22 hours. A quick disclaimer, I'm not a professional YouTuber. I'm just a self-coach marathoner who just want to improve my personal best and just someone who enjoy testing out new products, especially running shoes. For the size fitting, you can see right now here is US 7, but for international brand I will use 7.5 in US matrix. So half a size down is recommended as the Chinese shoes tend to make their length slightly longer. As you can see, it does come with additional spare pair of shoelaces that mimic the one you've seen in the Nike Alpha Flight. A welcome additional bonus. The packaging of the box is also very informative. You can see all the tag drawing inside the shoebox, and also comes with tags. And from the tag information, you can see that there are two giant pieces of EVA plus PB material sandwiched in between a full carbon plate. Although I cannot find any information about the stack height, but after reading some shoe reviewers from Bilibili from China, it's possibly mentioned about there is a 6mm pitch height or drop offset from the heel to the forefoot. Following the footstep of Nike, a lot of brands start to have this trend of putting their tag information onto the shoe. FM here stands for full marathon, and the density of foam is a 40C shore standard, and energy return is above 80%. On the other side, you can see there's a numeric of 42.195 that represents the marathon distance. So this shoe is specifically designed for distance as long as a full marathon. Comparing with the previous iteration, there are three new tech updates that are worth to be mentioned. Firstly, the new EVA plus PB blister foam is claimed to have 85% of energy return, and improve of running economy up to 3.5%, and the carbon fiber plate is said to be improved up to 18%. There also is a CPU crystallite rubber material which Qiaodan call it QASU. This is carried over from the previous iteration that has high durability and good traction against all weather conditions. As you can see, there is a removable sock liner that is a very thin, flimsy piece of material just to give a little bit of cushioning, but has very little functional value. Starting from 4th March 2022, Qiaodan will be releasing their third colorway, the cherry pink. So in total, there will be 3 mainstream colors for consumers to choose. comparing with version 1, looking from the real foot, as you can see, the stack height for the version 2.2 is definitely much higher and thicker and much more wider and stable. Although the weight of the version 2.0 has increased by approximately 15 grams, but it is still considered very lightweight for such a thick carbon-plated super shoes. The weight is also very similar to my 86 Metaspeed Sky as well as my 90 X%. It is said that Qiaodan has increased the stability of the version 2.0 by expanding the width. So let me compare it with the version 1.0. As you can see, the width of the version 1.0 is approximately about 104mm. So let me compare with version 2.0. The forefoot width of the version 2.0 is about 106, so that is about 2mm wider in the forefoot. For the waistline of version 1.0, you can see it's about 50mm, 50.5mm. So let's take a look at version 2.0. Version 2.0 measures approximately about 55. So that's about 5mm wider in the waistline for the version 2.0. Now let's take a look at the heel of version 1.0. So it measures approximately about 70.9 or 71. About 71. So let's take a look at version 2.0. And 2.0 measures about 73. So that is also about 2mm wider in the heel. So right now, I'm going to do a random test. As long as I just find any flat surfaces on the midsole, that will give me a good spot for me to measure the density of the foam. Overall, in general, I do get a score of approximately on the low 30 shore A standard across the random spots that I managed to measure. Adopting the similar random test on different spots on the insole, in general comparing with version 1, I get a lower score of low 20 Shaw A standard. So what does this number represent? This number quantified that the version 2.0 is on the softer side compared with version 1. For the upper comparison, the updated version from the mono mesh to the Jagat upper material is definitely a welcome news because it is much comfortable when you wear the shoe. One of the critical updates in the version 1.0 to 2.0 is the design of the tongue placement. As you can see, for the version 1, the tongue has no support and it will move around when you wear it. Whereas in version 2.0, you can see the design itself is able to hold the tongue in position and it doesn't move around. One unique feature which I discovered in terms of the outsole design is something that is worth to discuss and to be commented on. As you can see, for the version 1 versus version 2, there are the covered material in the insole to expose the plate. For the version 2.0, the covered groove is actually skewed more laterally, so that you can see underneath the arch there are more materials, and upon doing ankle pronation, there are more fabrics, more material touching to the ground to give a little bit of support underneath the arch. Together, working with the improved structure of the upper material and the wider footprint and platform of the shoe, it just enhances the overall stability of the ride compared with version 1. Doing a A/B testing where version 1.0 is on my left, 2.0 is on my right. By doing the rocker, I can feel that the 1.0 is much more pronounced in terms of the fork rocker, since the stack height is much lower to the ground compared with 2.0. During the fork hopping, I can feel that 2.0 is much softer, much more comfortable with a thicker stack height and softer foam. This is likewise for the heel. The 2.0 is definitely much more forgiving and much more softer, whereas the 1.0 is more aggressive and much more firmer. Closing this quick unboxing video of the Qiaodan Feiying 2.0, at this stage, I think it is a good upgrade for myself after using version 1.0. The tech updates are worth to mention, and hopefully my opinion will not change after I have clocked at least from 100 to 300 kilometers. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.